Okay guys, this is Damola Audrey here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the Pixellab interface. Okay, I have made this so comprehensive such that if you've never used Pixellab ever in your life, you understand every single one of these features. Okay, so I'm going to be starting from up here, and then I'm going to be working my way down here. Okay, so let's start with the very first tool. This is the layer button. This is the layer tool. Okay, so when you open it, you see all the different layers. In Pixellab, you work in layers. That is just one work on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. So when you click on this layer button, you open up the different layers that you've worked with, and then you can just edit them, adjust them, put one layer on top of the other, and just do everything you want to do with it. So first, this, when you long press that and then you drag it, you can actually move your layer up and down. You can move it to wherever you want to put it. Okay, so when you long press it and then drag it wherever you want, you can drag it to move your layer anywhere you want. So this is the lock tool to keep your layer in place. Let me use it on a more visible layer. Good. This one, this is unlocked right now. You can see this is the image. I've selected it, so, and it's unlocked right now. So if I just move it, I can move it up and down anywhere I want. But if I come here and then click this lock tool, I won't be able to move it at all. Like, I'm tapping on it, but it's not moving. So that is used to keep your objects in place. It's used to keep your work in place. Okay, and then the next one thing Pixellab does is that it repeats tools. Okay, so the tool you see in a particular place, you can see it somewhere else, but it's still the same tool. So this is the edit button. And this, when you click on it, you can see all these various tools here, and these tools are also down here. Okay, I'm just going to, when we get down there, you're going to see the same tools there. So you can just use that to edit anything. You can copy it, you can copy the layer, you can resize it. You can see, make it bigger, smaller, anyhow you want it. You can position it middle, left, right, center, anywhere you want. You can rotate it to any angle you want to rotate it. You can move it to the front, it's already in the front, or move it to the back. Okay, so it is already at the back now. This is the back layer. Let's move it back to the front. Good. So this is the hide icon. This eye icon, when you click it, it hides the layer. That is, you can't see that layer. Okay, so when you click on it, it has unhidden it or whatever. So this is the layer that I just hid. Now I've reviewed it. Yeah, and this last one here is the delete tool. So when you just click on it, it deletes that layer. Boom. So this is the grid tool. This grid tool is what you would use for alignment and to keep your work in place, to align it. This is just basically for alignment. Okay, so I figured that a lot of people have problem aligning their work on Pixellab, and that's because they don't know how to use the grid tool. This grid tool will actually help you to align your work better. It will help you to keep your work in place, and alignment is a very important feature. It's a very important principle of design. And when you've missed alignment, you've missed a lot of things. So my work is right aligned. That is, you can see all the words are moving to the right, and they are in a straight line. Don't mind, my line is not that straight, but I'm going to show you something right now. So if you click on this, this is the grid settings. Okay, so this is the grid, and when you click on that, you can see to add a vertical line, to add an horizontal line, to remove any line you want to remove. You just click on the line and then click on this third tool right here. Click on that tool, and then it has removed this any line. Let me want to remove this line right here. All you have to do is you have to tap on it and then click on that tool. It will remove it. And here is to just remove the position. If you want to position it, the line that you've clicked at a particular angle, yeah, so you can see it. You can just use that to position it. And when you click on these grid settings, you can actually move these lines anywhere you want, any position you want. So when you're working and you want to create alignment, all you have to do is you just have to position that line at the point where you want to align all your text. Okay, you can see this right now. This work is kind of aligned with this line. So I used this line when I was working and I put it there so as to make sure that the work is aligned. So as to make sure the work is in a straight line, it has a visual balance to it. Okay, so that is how you can actually, that is one way you can align your work in Pixellab. And then if you come here, the last one, you can adjust the number of horizontal and vertical guides that you have. So let's say I want to have 53 horizontal lines and then 23 vertical lines. That is it. I don't have time to count, but I am very sure it's complete. 53 horizontal lines and 23 vertical lines. Okay, so this next one is just the zoom tool. You can use it to zoom in when you're working on when you want to work on a small section in Pixellab. Like when I wanted to adjust this part, I actually had to zoom in. Okay, so and if you want to stay in that zoomed in position, all you need to do is to just click on the zoom icon. When you finish zooming in and you want to stay in that position, click on the zoom icon. But if you want to go back to the original, click on the numbers. Okay, and then you just click on the zoom icon and that will just put everything together. So this is the undo button, just to undo any work you've done, mistake or anything. And this one here, this is just a repetition. You can use to delete. I'm not deleting, or edit. You can see this feature here is the same thing we saw here. See, Pixellab repeats tools a lot. So this is to add anything you want. You can add a text, a new text. You can add the current date. The date as making this video is 24th of July 2021. You can add a sticker. Let's add hi. How are you? You can add a picture from gallery, or you can choose to draw. This is to undo what you've done. This is to erase everything completely, and this is to erase a particular section of what you've drawn. So let me just undo, since I've only done just one, and let me choose the color that will pop, and then use it to draw something. You can increase the pen size, the smoothness. Let me draw a love. I love you guys. You can choose to fill inside. Let me do that. Boom. Not a very nice love, but anyhow. Or you can choose the dash line or the neon effects. As you can see, now let's reset every single thing. So just click on dash, cancel, yes. Okay, so that is that for that place. Here is to just save your work. You can, if you are starting a new project, this will not be there. Just know this will not be there. This is there because I opened a PLP file, that is, I opened a project I have previously saved on Pixellab. So most people think that they can't save projects on Pixellab, that when you've done a work you've done, it's not here, that you have to make sure that you don't exit Pixellab. No, 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 no. You have to come here when you want to save your project, you want to save your work in Pixellab. Just make sure you come here, click on save as projects, choose a random name. Let's say Gen Z flyer. Okay, and then you save it. Saving done. Then you just come here, these three dots, click on open.plp file, and then boom, you have your Gen Z flyer here, and then you can just click on it. Okay, no problem. And then back to where we started, and here you can see there is no save changes there. Why? Because I have not edited this yet. But if I add new text, you can see save changes here. That is, you can save changes to the projects that you are working on. Okay, so let's continue. This is the share if you want to save your work, and this is also the same thing as save as image. You can see I hate that Pixellab repeats, but it's just for functionality. Here are just random codes that you can use. I hardly use any of these. And here you can just use an image from gallery on the immediate background. Okay, so this work here, I worked on a shape. Okay, I used a shape as my background, but okay, I'll just talk about that at the end of the video. Let's get down here. So here are templates. Let's click on the default template. Okay, so when you open Pixellab, this is the first thing you see. this is the first thing you see when you open Pixellab. And these are templates. These are already made templates in Pixellab. I do not like any of these templates, but I just do my work on them. So this use image from gallery is for that template alone. That is, if you want to use an image relating to that template and you want to put the you want to put the image at the background, you can either use that image from gallery and then just make this background here, instead of it being this gradient color, it's just going to be the image from gallery. Let me just do it. Let me just do an example. Use image from gallery. This is random screenshots. Good. And you can see it adjusted the size and everything, so the image is exactly it. Okay, the image is now the background they are working on. This is for full screen. This is to, instead of this image from gallery, that image will now be from camera. That is, you take a picture and that will make it the background. Export image, the same thing as save. Image size, to adjust the image size or anyhow. Tutorials, this takes you to YouTube. And the tutorials that I do not like them. I do not like the Pixellab tutorials that are on YouTube. They are very terrible. This removes ads. If you download Pixellab from Play Store, it will have ads. So if you click on that button, it will direct you to a payment platform where you can actually remove the ads. But I'm using a mode version of Pixellab. You can get you can download this one has absolutely no ads. I mean, I've been working on this for a very long time and I have seen zero ads. Okay, so if you want to download the mode app, you can I'll leave the link to download it in the description, so you can just download it there. And here you can recover autosave. Pixellab is very kind and it saves your works for you at particular time intervals when you're working. So you can just click on any time you want to recover autosave. You can see the autosave is even to July 23rd, and we're in July 24 right now. Open PLP file, we've talked about that. About and exit. So here, let's click on new text. So this is for text alone. Okay, so let me change the color to black. Nice, so you can see what you are working with. So this is for this one is for text alone. Okay, let me use I want to just use a random, yeah, let me use this. Okay, so let me just use this text to explain everything I want to explain. Okay, let's look at okay, let's come here. So if you click here, you can actually capitalize everything. You see, decapitalize. This one is for delete, cancel, and then okay. So here you can copy your text, move the text to the front or to the back. Let me make it more so you can understand that move to the front and to the back better. Let me change this to color yellow. Good. And put it in the middle. Beautiful. So let's click on this one. So this one is already in the front. So if I click on move to the back, it's already to the back and then to the front. You can see position. You can adjust the position in pixels. Relative position, middle, center, left, right, anywhere you want to put it. Text size, increase or decrease the text size. Padding. Okay, so most people don't know how to use this padding. Okay, and when do you use this padding? Let me come to fonts. When you are using a font, when you use a font and then the font is kind of like cursive, let me use Amazilo. Okay, it's Amarillo. Sorry. Beautiful. And let me edit this. Let me change it to just Damilo La Ojo. And let's capitalize everything. Okay. So let me come to this padding and just reset everything. you can see that the cursive part of the umbrella is kind of like cut off. You can see the audio is okay, but the cursive part of the umbrella is cut off, and I don't like that. Why will you cut off my name? So here you can just come in and adjust the padding to make everything visible. You can see, use that to adjust the text so you can make, so if the font leads to a part of the text being cut off, you can use padding to review those many parts. Okay, so that's just what it's used for. Color, to change the color of the text anyhow you want. Texture, to use another texture that is, if you want to put the texture on top of it, to give it a few. Opacity, transparency, same thing. Rotate, mask, anyhow you want. Let me disable it. Fonts, you can either install fonts or just use the already put fonts there. Style, bold, italic, underline, or just cancel everything you've done. Curve your text. Background, enable, change the color of the background. Okay, sorry, background, change the color of the background, anything you want. Space, you can either space letters or space the words. See the space between Damlola and Ojo now, or space letters, or anyhow you want. Let's reset that. Or line spacing, since this is not in a line, like we don't have the everything together in a line, let me use the previous one I used. So, and let's remove that curve, it's distracting us. Let's change the fonts. Good. Where did it now go? Background, disable. Where did my text go? Color, white. What is Pixellab doing? Okay, I fear. Okay, yeah. I found it now. It's the setting. Let's adjust it. So that is what it does. So see how it hid the text. So this line, the line two, this one line spacing, just to adjust the size between two lines. I just made you look at it. It's just to adjust the space between the lines, okay? And then you have the stroke. You can add stroke to your text, any color you want the stroke to be. You can add a shadow, you can emboss it, you can add an inner shadow, change the perspective. Let me reduce the text size. Go. So change the perspective, enable, you can see, disable, 3D shape, 3D text, sorry, 3D rotate, 3D shadow, and then reflection. Okay, so now let's come to this one. This other two works with shapes and set and images and the likes. So here you can choose another shape, delete it, crop it, copy it, move to the front or move to the back. Position, relative the same thing, relative size, increase, decrease, texture, same opacity, color filters, stroke. These color filters, it works on use it for photos, to edit your photos, eraser, to erase any part of you, to erase a mask, same thing as to remove a section of the shape. This also works for text. If you want to remove a section of the text, erase color. This automatically erases white as a color, so it is used to just remove a part. And if you want to remove another color, you can just pick it. Okay, rotate, same thing, 3D rotate, same thing, 3D shape. Let's rotate it so you can see the 3D dimension, and you can change the perspective also. See, that looks terrible. Shadow, inner shadow, emboss, same thing. Okay, so now this part and this one, these last two tools, they work for the background, the immediate background. Here you can change the color of the background, whatever you want to make it transparent. If you want to download in png, you can change the image size. Let's change it to square. You can see you can choose an image from gallery to become the immediate, no, the image from the image they have here to become the immediate background, or you can choose an image from gallery or from camera. And here you can rotate the background, you can add effects. These are just special effects. Okay, so that is all about the Pixellab interface. I've broken everything down to a very comprehensive way so that you can easily understand it. Just know that you cannot understand everything about Pixellab interface in just a moment. I mean, by watching this video, you cannot understand everything at once, but you can only understand it. The more you use Pixellab, the more you understand its features, and then you even get to know more hidden ways you can use those other features. Okay, so if you want to understand more about Pixellab, if you want to master these tools, you have to use the application, you have to practice it. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. I love you and you are amazing.